I'm sorry, y'all.
And she asked him like, "Hey, are you available Friday? Let's go out, have another date." And he was like, "I'm available any day but Friday this week." And she was like, "Wow, are you dating someone else? You got like another chick or something?"
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't answer at first, but basically he was dating someone else, and I wanted to ask a question to your community. Come here and ask them, how do they feel about dating? You know me, I always encourage my clients to date multiple people, and I've said on many past shows, I think you should date multiple people at one time, because I say look at dating like an employer would look at hiring someone for filling a position. What are they going to do?
So dating is a job.
I think dating is very similar to looking for a job and seeking a great candidate for your company. So when you're dating, you're interviewing people and seeking the great person that fits best for you. You know. So I think you should date multiple people at one time. And I think that when you start dating someone, you should automatically assume that they're dating other people.
So he's saying, "Hey Trina, hey David, hey Damien, you guys, hey Queen." So do you think that you should date multiple people, or should you date one person? Dating coach saying you're supposed to date multiple people. Don't just sit with one person, and you should not ask the one question. What's the question you say we should not ask?
I say that you should ask someone, like too early on, you shouldn't ask someone, "Hey, are you seeing other people?" Because if people saw the show Insecure, she asked him, she found out that he was dating other people, and then
she didn't like it.
Then it changed the whole vibe.
Okay.
So the whole vibe was messed up. She even ended the date. Like, hey, he went to the party with her, and he had to Uber back home. She was that blown, so I think it will change the vibe. And again, you should be dating other people and getting to know other people. I think that when you're dating, you're collecting data to make an informed decision if you want to move forward with this person or not. So again, like you're auditioning people basically.
So basically he's saying when you're dating people, it's an audition. So you should have your checklist. You should have your non-negotiables. You should have your deal breakers.
When you approach dating, like why give someone exclusivity if they haven't earned it?
So do you think that sometimes that's where we can mess up at, is that we'll give somebody out all right off the bat?
Absolutely.
Cut off everybody.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't do that.
Right. No, you should always continue your life either way, even once you enter into a relationship. But a lot of people just focus on this one person, and I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They start dating someone and they give them this person all their attention when it don't even work with this person.
But what if you're not a multiple dater? Like I can't
learn to date multiple people. You have to learn that. And I think when you're dating multiple people, it boosts your self-esteem anyway. You know, it boosts your self-esteem and makes you feel like,
get your ego stroked. So he's saying get your ego stroked as you freaking dating multiple people. If you date multiple people, get your ego stripped in the process.
Yeah, because when you're dating multiple people, it helps you have high confidence and you feel better about it because you're like, oh, you know what? I have options. I don't have to focus only on this one person. I'm not trying to make it work with just this one person.
So do you guys think that dating multiple people boosts your ego? Does dating multiple people for you boost your ego? I would say for me, like that shit can get confusing.
People always say that, but
person.
Really, how many close friends do you have? People always tell me that, and I'll be like, well, you have like most people have probably like 2 best friends, and then they have many associates, close friends. I ain't ever once hear you call me Tiff. I ain't ever once hear you call me what's the other one who helped you put this up?
Paps.
Yeah, Paps. You don't mix your friends up. People can, when you're on a date, you're not going to mix them up.
That is not true. Like so because I think some people can take this and flip it, especially a guy that's a womanizer.
Flip it, okay.
Yeah, especially like a womanizer or somebody who doesn't really have good intentions, right?
Well, that's why crazy can't hide in the closet longer than 10 minutes. So if you're taking your time to get to know someone,
hey Geneva,
and you're taking your time to get to know someone, then the true them is going to show up.
Queen, can you date multiple people? Geneva, could you date multiple people? Me, I'm a one person. Like that's too much. Like I want to go out with Darrell on Monday, then I gotta meet Raquan on Tuesday, then I gotta forget that I hooked up with Rachez on Thursday. Like that
Why
is
do you have
too
to forget
much.
that? I don't get that.
Because that is too much.
So this is what, like your Google Calendar should be your best friend. You schedule your dates. It's simple. Your Google Calendar. Yeah, and I think when you're dating multiple people and when someone ghosts you, it's not going to hurt as much because you have other people in the mix.
So you're saying basically treat dating like a backup plan. have a backup plan while dating.
I say when you're dating, you're collecting data to make an informed decision about this person. If this person fall off, or they don't, or they might be one of your non-negotiables.
Okay.
So then you go on to the next.
Hey, David. So Trina and David, do you guys date multiple people, or are you a one type person? Because the dating coach says, no, we are supposed to be dating multiple people. That's why we titled it, Don't Put All Your Eggs into One Basket.
You shouldn't assume that someone is only dating you. I don't believe that you should assume that someone is only dating you until you both sit down and have that conversation about, hey, are we exclusive? And then you both agree to be exclusive. But until you have that conversation, you have to assume the other person is dating other people.
Now, you know what? That is good. That brings up something that I'm thinking that I want to ask him. Y'all know how he do me, right? Because what is it that you think that has people make you, I don't even want to say make you think, but that is true, because I've been guilty of it too before. Like when you meet somebody, you do like, what do y'all think? How do we be like, oh, this person is only dating me? What do you think get us there? Like, how do you think somebody can get there? Because it be all of the attention that you're getting from that person? Because you got to think about it. My attention span, I'm not going to be able to give all 3 or 4 guys that I'm dating the same amount of attention. I'm not. And like you said, I don't know if you guys watch Insecure, but like he said, when Insecure, the girl had asked, was he seeing somebody else? He couldn't really answer. She left his ass at the party. So, I mean, what do you think? How do you think it gets there? As soon as you meet somebody, we meet them, right? And then we're automatically like, oh, well, I know Nick not talking to nobody else.
I say don't assume. You know
what
they say.
We do that a lot.
Yes, a lot of people make that mistake, and you know what they say when you assume, right? You make a what? So you shouldn't assume that someone is dating you. I say when you start dating, assume that they're dating other people, and you should still be available to date other people. Now, eventually, yes, you will have that conversation. However, you should have a time frame. Most of my clients have a time frame. I always recommend, I think 3 months. If you don't know how you feel about someone in 3 months, then that's probably not the right person.
But wouldn't that be a little too soon?
I don't think so. I think that in 3 months you definitely can get to know someone and you can make a good decision on, okay, is this someone I can see myself with? You should already have collected enough information.
Months?
I think so.
Maybe like some white people shit. No racism, but like
no, it's an individual thing. I think I always recommend 3 months, but some of my clients, they might be like, I think it could be a little bit longer.
I say maybe a year.
Oh, well, that's way. If you don't know how you feel about someone in a year, wow.
First of all, y'all, this is not going to be to judge me tonight with him. Because you feel me? I just feel like people change. David said that he said pick one person that you like, get to know them, and leave it at that.
And then when it don't work, then what?
So then what happens when you pick one person and it doesn't work, and you have to start the process over?
And again, you keeping your mojo up. You're saying,
he said, get your ego stroked. That's what he said.
Yeah, and then you have practice, and then you have other experiences that you can talk about on dates. Not like, oh, I was on another date.
I went out with Daquan.
But
I'm sorry, that's what I would do. I would be on my date.
That would make them uncomfortable, and then you'll probably be Ubering home. You'll be Ubering home like Andrew did.
Because I would do that, and I'm sorry. I know I would do that. Like, oh yeah, I'm on a date. I went on a date yesterday with Traquel, and you feel me? Like, you know, I don't know, because if you're saying that dating multiple people, you're supposed to date multiple people because it gives you that mojo, it strokes your ego.
And you have something to compare it to. You have something to compare it to as well.
Like, you need to know that I ain't just dating you, so you might want to work for me.
You have something to compare it to. I think that if that question comes up,
he knocks on my eye.
No, I get what you're saying. This is my answer to that. If that question comes up, and eventually it will come up, you can say, I'm enjoying getting to know you.
But I'm about to get no joy.
But how I date is, I don't just date one person until I say I'm ready to date that one person, or like I'm ready to be exclusive with that person. Mm-hmm. So I am dating other people, but I'm enjoying my time getting to know you. And that's fine, right?
So he said that there's a professional way to tell somebody that you've seen and dating other people. Tiffany gonna say, it's 4 weeks in a month, date 4 people and rotate. Tiffany, shout outs to you, because I ain't got the energy or time.
That's right, Tiff.
I can't do it. I'ma forget. Conversations gonna start rubbing together.
Really?
Yeah.
But you do that with your best friends and your close friends?
Yeah, sometimes I be like, oh shit, that wasn't you I told that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't...
You ever do that with me.
Oh my gosh, here you go. Well, first of the time, when we talk all the time, you usually chopping my head off and telling me about myself, or you being shady as fuck. Oh, sorry.
People
guys.
like to make excuses.
Now you just told me I make excuses. Yo, Tiffany, David, don't he always shade me?
No, I'm just saying, a lot of my clients come to me and they make these excuses, and I'm saying, no, don't make excuses. Try something new. If what you were doing before was not working, then try something new.
Tiffany gonna say if they were interested enough, you wouldn't forget. But what
Exactly.
happens? But what happens when all four of them are interested?
That's not, more than likely, that's not gonna happen.
That's a lie.
Once
upon a time, not long ago,
okay,
I did have people who were the same. But I chose the one I slept with.
What they all see? Chemistry gets you in trouble. Chemistry versus connection. So again, like if you have a list, you're not, more than likely you're not going to meet 4 people and they are going to have everything on your list.
Right.
You know, so then you knock them off. Like when you know exactly what you're looking for, it's easy to make that decision.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Tiffany, first of all, I knew she was going to relate. That's all she talk about all day.
Oh, yeah.
It's goddamn multiplying and do all this. You know, the one girl, Jan, she always say, she said that my one friend said you should have a nigga for every day of the week. And I'm like, oh, that's sad.
I mean, you do still want quality over quantity. So, I mean, you're still going after quality. So you're not just trying to date just to date. You're still dating with a purpose.
I guess. Grady Stafford said, Coach Nick is right. Coach Nick is right. David said, if it doesn't work, start over. Close one door before you open another. That's what I'm saying. So Queen said, you date who you like, but don't want to look crazy. That's why you say something. So again, he's saying whenever you're dating multiple people, you are not supposed to tell them that you are dating other people.
Most people won't ask that question early on. If someone's asking you that question early on, why are they in a rush to lock it down? Or why are you in a rush to lock something down? You're just getting to know this person. You want to take the time, again, to collect data, make an informed decision. Dating is about collecting data and making an informed decision if I want to move forward with this person or not. You're not going to move forward with everyone because some of those people are not going to check off the important things on your list. We all should have non-negotiables. So if someone says, I want to get married, and this person doesn't want to get married, then that's someone that you should not even waste your time with.
But that's the thing, too. Sometimes, like, what if that could turn into something good? Like, for instance, I have an example. Okay. Years ago, y'all know I was a teenage fucking mom. Don't look at me like that. You probably was, too. But that's how I met my daughter's godfather. Okay. We never like dealt with each other like that, but he did like me. That's how we met, but we just ended up cool. Like I just wasn't into him like that. And that ended up in a good relationship, and now I'm the godmother of his kids.
That's perfect. That's a good example. So when you're dating, you're not just, so when you're dating, you're also networking. So when you, so you're networking. So dating is also about networking. If you make it to like date 3 with someone and you feel like, okay, you know what, you are on my non-negotiable list because of something that they're offering, a quality about them or something like that, you still can have a friendship with them. And guess what? You get invited to their happy hours, you get invited to their holiday parties, and then you meet their other single friends. So you're networking.
So now he's telling you to date their friends.
But
if it don't work out with them, go there. Now he's telling you to be a scat.
I'm telling you to network and be smart about dating. When you date, it's all about being strategic.
So basically, he just said, if you don't like the nigga, go out, become his friend, and see if he got single friends and like them.
But it's not like a manipulation thing, how you're saying it. I'm saying that this is someone that you saying, you explain to them, you know what? I don't feel like there's a romantic connection. However, I think you would be a cool person to hang out with. And we can hang out. And then you go from there and you can hang out. And then you are securing a spot on their holiday party and their other parties at 4th of July and stuff like that. Hopefully we have one. On 4th of July this year. But you get what I'm saying?
I do. I definitely think
so. It's about networking. It's all about being strategic. I help my clients create a strategic dating plan so they can be successful at dating and date well. Because if what you are doing is not working, then you need to change what you're doing. And that's why me, Coach NickLove, the dating coach, I'm here to help my clients and anyone who feel like they need some help and you want to try a different approach to dating.
And me, I'm here just to talk my shit.
And I always forget to say, check me out on Facebook, Coach NickLove on Facebook, Instagram, and CoachNickLove.com. Make sure you follow me, and I also have a group on Facebook, Dating Made Simple with Coach NickLove, because I think dating is really simple. People make it hard.
I do think that too. David said, but if you're dating multiple people, somebody can get their feelings hurt.
Well,
all right, let's clear this up. So if you're dating 4 women or 4 men, how much time, quality time, are you supposed to spend with each one?
If you're dating, how much quality time?
4. I'm only saying this because of what he said. Katrina asked him, like, how can somebody's feelings get hurt? So if
how can someone's feelings get hurt? You're always dating is still about clarity. So if someone asks you that question, yes, you be honest. And again, I am enjoying my time getting to know you. However, how I date is I date multiple people until I find the person that present themselves to me, how I know my partnership present themselves to me.
Okay.
That's it.
I have a fun question.
What's that?
So you guys, how would you feel if you are dating multiple people and then you end up dating Mike or you with Rashida and y'all go to the restaurant and then you run into Chaquez and LaShonda? And these are people you're dating.
Dating is about clarity.
So how would you feel if you walked into a restaurant on a date and seen the other person you're dating, maybe it's the one out of all 4 that you really like, dating somebody else?
Dating is about clarity, so again, you will be upfront if they ask you that question. However, if you run into them, how do they know you're on a date? You can speak to them, they can speak to you, but again, you're not with this person, so you're still single.
So you should acknowledge them. Don't act like
if they see you, yeah.
Because you know some people will be trying to act like they ain't see, or they get at the table and send you a text like, "Oh, really? That's
you're not doing
doing?
anything sneaky. You're a single person who's auditioning people, life mates. You're auditioning life mates. You're not single. You have nothing to hide.
All right, you're not single, you have nothing to hide. I mean, I like this. He's getting me to understand, getting me to understand. But again, I'm just a person where
that's right.
I can't date multiple people.
Tiff said you get hurt when you lie to people. Again, dating is about
First of all,
clarity.
Tiff don't even count.
No,
Tiff,
I like
don't even count. Tiff don't give a fuck all day long.
No, again, I like that though, because again, dating is about clarity. I'm all about honesty. So you're not lying to anyone.
Yeah.
So if you're upfront and you being clear on everything when they ask you, then you're fine.
No
one will get hurt. They make the decision once you let someone know how you date. They make the decision if they want to continue to entertain you.
And that's the thing. I can't even lie. With me, I ain't gonna lie. You could be honest and tell me you dating multiple people, and I'll say, okay, that's fine. But I probably ain't gonna continue to talk to you. That's just me.
And that's fine.
And I'm not that.
But when you first start getting to know someone, are you 100% available, meaning that you're not entertaining anyone else?
If I like you, see, I think it all
if you like them, then you cut everyone else off. And that's when chemistry gets you in trouble. Because a lot of people do that. I'm just saying.
So now you're talking about my head just being fluid.
No, I'm not saying you having sex with them. I'm saying people will cut other people off because they feel like they have a connection, but it's really chemistry when you first meet someone.
I will cut people off. I'm not a multiple juggler.
Okay.
I'm not a multiple juggler. I don't know. We all are different. But I mean, see, I don't like the word date. I can talk to different guys, but I'm not gonna be spending time with all of them. I don't know. I'm not gonna spend time with all of them. I'm not gonna spend time with them. I'm not gonna try to get to know every single one. And ultimately, I'm gonna like who like me. Because if I'm dating 4 and 5 people and you're dating 5 and 6 people, then the fuck? Wait, I don't know.
If it's meant to be, it'll be.
This dating stuff seems stressful.
No, and all it's simple. Dating made simple with Coach NickLove. Join my group on Facebook. I think dating is really simple. I think people make it complicated. I mean, I think it's really okay, if I'm dating someone, I'm not expecting you to be single and not getting to know other people. Because if you just no one is barking up your tree, then why is no one barking up your tree?
Thank you, Damien. Damien said, what about when someone catches feelings, but you're just dating and they see you with someone else and you were 100% honest and upfront?
Control that.
Crazy only can hide in the closet longer than 10 minutes.
Control your feelings.
Nick said be a fucking robot. I'm done. Show over. We see y'all next week.
No, but what's the next topic? I know you wanted to talk about.
I like that.
You like this one? Okay.
This is hold on. Because I gotta get some clarity.
Okay.
Because how can you just date all these people?
So when you feel like you arrived at...
And like he said, what happens when you're honest and people still get that because it happens.
So
that does happen.
This is how you can handle that. When you arrive to that point where you feel like you want to focus on one person, you can go to this person and say, hey.
I'm sorry. Oh. He gonna say, cut people off for the wrong person. I do it all the time.
Well, that's because you're not collecting the right data.
He said you're not collecting the right data.
But anyway, so, I forgot where I was at. Oh, so if you feeling like you're at that point and you want to just focus on that person, you go to them and say, hey, you know what? I know that you're dating other people. I'm not going to date anyone else. I just want to focus my attention on you.
Okay.
And I know you might not be where I am right now.
Okay.
But I'll give you time to get there.
Okay.
And then that's that.
Yeah, I feel
that's the mature answer. I mean, I've been through that before. Like I was there before.
No, everybody not a vet like you. We know you don't love
That's why I'm here, and my services are available.
But I like the fact that I'm not alone in the world. You know, with this, I love that.
Everyone have that different approach to dating. You know,
David said it gets expensive.
Okay.
So date in your AM wage. Next he gonna say date in your wage bracket. If you
be
can't
creative.
Juggle multiple women, then you need to only be dating one.
Most people are not gonna juggle 4 women anyway. Like again, people are gonna fall off.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna fall off. But what you can do is be creative with your dates, and I can help you with that as well.
Mike said if somebody falls for you and you're not there yet, it's not your fault. To a degree, it is. To a degree. I'm sorry.
No, you might just be a wonderful person. You might be extraordinary.
He said, this guy said, I don't take a woman serious that date multiple people. Well, I don't take her no more real special or dates until we make it exclusive. And that's and I feel that. I feel that.
You ain't gonna take someone on dates until you make it exclusive.
I just told you that if you tell me and I find out you dating multiple people, I'm no longer interested. Like,
so the first couple dates you go on, you expect someone to be exclusive with you?
Like, who wants to feel like they're in a competition?
How many dates do you go on before you say, okay, I'm not going to take you on any more dates until we're exclusive? How soon would you say that to someone?
Well, I guess you said we got to give it 90 days.
No, I said that.
I think you need 30.
Everyone should have a time frame.
With me, you only get 30 days.
You said a year.
No, I'm talking about to see if I'm going to continue dating you.
Oh,
I said to take a year to get to know.
I think that you should. I recommend people time frame be 3 months.
He says your time frame should be 3 months. Me, I don't know. I'll be able to fill you out within the first month.
Someone said that's why they do 7-11 dates. You can be creative with your dates.
7-11 dates.
You can go stargazing. What's wrong with that? That's romantic.
What is a 7-11 date?
I don't know what that is, but I'm saying I think he's saying he'll take someone to 7-11 and get something cheap instead of going to like.
He said cheap, and I get reward points. You know what, Damien? You know what? I can't.
But you can go. That's what you can go stargazing and then go to 7-11 just to pick up something quick, and take a walk around the monument or something. He's
okay. So he says some women will just use men for dates. That is true. That can be true.
You should be able to tell if someone is using you just by your interaction and going with your gut. Your intuition is a gift from God. Trust it.
You hear that? He said your intuition is a gift from God, and you should trust that.
It, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Always trust that.
Don't go against your feeling. Your body will always let you know.
Your body will always let you know. Like I think it's good. I do think that you should date. I do think you should date multiple people.
Okay.
If that's what you can do, because it is like you do need like a lineup. If you can't do a lineup, then you can. I think that's how women. I think that is more acceptable. You know those double standards. I feel like that probably be more acceptable for a man. But like he just said, like some women use people for dates. Like we would be looked at as, oh, she just wants some money. Oh, she just hungry. Oh, she trying to dig in your pockets.
Well, you should be able to tell by that by the conversation at the dinner table. Like again, your body will tell you if someone is really into you. Don't take mixed signals as a no. If someone is giving you mixed signals, that's a no. Keep it moving.
He said if somebody's giving you mixed signals, keep it moving. Tiffany said lock it down. Mike said why doesn't the guy get the credit for being upfront and giving the woman or the man the option to choose?
I think you
But you said don't tell them up front that you're dating.
I said you should not ask that question up front. But if someone asks you that question up front, then you be honest.
Here you go, Mike. So that's your answer. He said you don't just come out and say it. You wait for them to ask you. If not, you're gonna end up like what was his name?
Andrew.
You're gonna end up like Andrew and Molly. Because when she found out he was dating other people,
the whole vibe changed.
And he didn't even tell her though. It was like subliminally.
The whole
He
vibe
did
changed,
it
yeah.
subliminally. Her whole vibe changed, and she fucking made him Uber back. And I don't blame you. What her name was?
Molly.
I don't blame you, Molly. I don't blame you.
And Molly always had like bad luck with relationships. It's because of the way she's thinking. Sometimes we have to change our thinking when it comes to dating.
So Daryl said everybody needs a starting five. That don't mean sleep with all five, Daryl.
5. Keep a pair and a spare.
Say it again.
Keep a pair and a spare.
Keep a pair and a spare. Mm-hmm. Oh my! So because you know with 5 people, different things. All of them are not gonna move at the same pace. Mm-hmm. When should, like, I know you say 90 days, but we gonna talk about real time. When do you feel like sex should be?
I don't believe in. I'd say sex exclusivity. So I recommend you have sex once you're exclusive.
So don't have sex until you guys have had a conversation and y'all are exclusively only seeing each other. Where I repeat.
And this is what I recommend to my clients who are looking for long-term relationships. So if you just want to get laid, go out, get laid, have your fun. I'm not against fun. I'm saying that if you're looking for a long-term relationship, this is what I recommend for my clients.
So if you're looking for a long-term relationship, keep your legs closed, keep your weeder zipped up. 3 months time frame, treat it like a job. Make sure you got a whole tie and a spare and AAA. You forgot about that.
Yeah, when I say 3 months, I'm saying that should be your time frame. Saying I'm not going to date someone longer than 3 months if I don't feel like I want to be in a relationship with this person. You should have collected enough data to make an informed decision about whoever you're dating within 3 months to see if you want to move forward.
Yeah, that is true. I see that. I can see that, but I really don't think that you can fully know where you see yourself with this person in 3 months.
But you won't fully know no one,
right.
Even until you won't ever know someone all the way. So you're still even married people, they still learning each other, and we're always still learning ourselves.
Mike said that's like the first thing people want to know. All women want to be number one. It's different with guys. So Mike is saying that it's a little different with guys. Grady gonna say sex is for the first date. You know, so then you wouldn't be somebody that's dating with a strategic dating plan. You just want to have fun. So because you just want to have fun, you shouldn't even be leading anybody on. You definitely need to be upfront and say, I'm just looking to have fun and have sex, and that's it.
They'll say you don't know what you want. Some people don't know, and that's fine. And say I don't know what I want. I'm exploring. Some people are in the exploration stage. They don't know exactly what they want. But be honest, always. I always say that. So
Queen said, I want to have fun and find the one. Don't waste my time. I'm sorry. Yeah. And then Tiara, they're having a conversation. She said all of them not even worth a second date or the goddamn process.
Right. Again, like most people you won't be dating 4 people for longer than a month. Most people are going to drop off. That's the thing. Like people hear this, date multiple people, and they think like, well, how am I going to juggle 4 men? You're not going to be juggling 4 men for 2 months. Some of them are going to drop off more than likely.
Well, you got some men that can juggle 2 to 3 families for damn near 8 months.
Mm-hmm. But that's a different story. That's like cheating and all that. I'm helping people actually approach dating the right way to get to know someone.
I can't take him. So he's saying, his services, he's here to help people really get to know people that really are looking for love. I'm definitely not too fond of wasting my time. I feel like it is. I feel like dating can be like a cat and mouse game, or you could be dating other people, and Raquetta may not want you until she see Felicia liking you, and Shaquan may not like you until he see Daquan like you. So I mean, sometimes I do think that people might need a little bit of competition. Like he said, date multiple people to keep your mojo and stroke your ego, because that's all that matters.
And you shouldn't be too available. People like to know that they had to work for something. They appreciate it more.
Yeah, the dating coach says that when you work harder for it, you appreciate it when you get it. You appreciate it more and all the things like that. That goes into like the post that was in the group. If you're not a part of the group, I see some new people here. Make sure you go over to Candy Coated Secrets Facebook group, joining in the conversations, because there was something, there was a post in the group that I loved the conversation underneath of it. It was regarding how, they said, let's keep it real, your grandmother should have been left his ass too, sis. You know what I'm saying?
Your grandmother should have been left.
Your grandmother should have been left. And a lot of people were saying that the men aren't built the same today like they were back in the day. So did you take a chance to look at that?
No, you didn't forward me the link.
Oh, did you guys see that
but
post?
like I can just add to that. I think that sometimes people were taught to be loyal to people who treat them bad. You know, like back in the day,
what does that mean? I like
back
that.
in the day, our grandparents. I heard this in my family. Oh, he's a good man. But he's beating her. He's cheating on her. Yes, he's paying the bills, but he's doing all these other things.
Women are ass
How
in the
does he
process.
make up there? And what are you really demonstrating for your children? Is this what they're gonna see? Dad says he loved. He says he loved mom, but he also put his hands on her and stay out all night. So this is what you're teaching your children, you know. So I think that back in the day, like a lot of people believe that if he pays the bills, he's a good man. No, he's not a good man. And I think nowadays we have so many self-help books out there, and people are actually getting to know themselves, and we have more access now. It's more options. You don't have to just.
Well, that's what someone said too. Someone was like, so let me clear it up and read the post to you guys. If not, come join Candy Coated Secrets. It said if we being honest, most of our grandmothers should have left them motherfuckers. Somebody else said, why aren't marriages lasting like our grandparents' generation? So some of the comments, like I said, they said that some people aren't the same. Angel said, yes, indeed. A lot of them were 55 years marriage, were 35 years of bondage, and second families on the other side of town. You know, and a lot of people agreed to that. So, someone else said, Kizzy said, so that said, Granny was no more miserable than we are. She just had a better man than we do. And that goes to what you were saying. Some people feel like if you are messing around, and as long as you're able to provide and take care of both households that you're sleeping with, so as long as you're able to take care of your side piece and the main piece and Betty Joe and all
as long as they take care of home.
As long as they take care of home, it's all good. Right. So Nick, she said, my grandfather is a great man. No outside children. A church-going man taught me how a man should love me, treat me, and respect me, was active in his children's lives and grandchildren's lives, was married and faithful to my grandmother for 40 years until she died. I can go on, but y'all get the point. So someone in the group had said, I think it was Lived. He was saying that he was an honorable man, not her grandfather, but just saying something about the post. And she was going back and forth with him, and she's like, honorable? How is a liar and a cheater honorable? That doesn't even go together. So I thought that was so good.
And what was the second part? Like more people are getting divorced now or something like that?
Yeah, I was saying that. So David's here. David was actually saying, like, you know, he said so many answers to this, so many levels. First, nobody wants to put in the work anymore. Too easy to walk away. Also, a lot of today's men are not what the black man used to be. Leadership starts with our men and the mental state of some of our brothers today as well. It's sad. Give our sisters a reason to respect you, stand by you, and they will. Those sisters that don't, leave her in the hands of our Creator and wait for yours. She's on the way.
But I think like nowadays women are more successful anyway, so they don't have to sit around and be treated any type of way. They are out here making a living for themselves and making their own big moves. So I think that has something to do with it as well, you know. And there's a lot of access now, like there's more access to other men.
And that's what someone else said. They was like, look, we had the internet back in the 50s. They didn't have no Facebook. They didn't have no none of that stuff. So I do like that. Mike said, does whether a man cheat or not determine whether he is a good man or not? Fucking yeah, if you cheat, you ain't no good man. That means you cheat, you lie, you steal. There's no integrity. That don't even go together. Oh, girl, he a good man, but he was over at Raquita house. Oh, my God. It all depends on what you define as a good man. Everybody has a different definition of a good man.
Would you want your daughter to stay with someone who cheated on her?
Right. Would you say...
Who was a chronic cheater?
Yeah, would you tell your daughters or your son to stay with somebody that you know that they're not happy with, or that's cheating?
That's making them
cheating
question
on you?
themselves.
Yeah.
When someone cheats on you, definitely makes the other person question themselves. Like, damn, what am I doing? Or
yeah,
like,
being cheated on. I say this all the
it
time.
makes you question
it questions your,
yourself.
and it chips away at your self-esteem, and it can chip away at your ego as well. Because it's like, dang, I'm doing all of these things, and this person is messing around on me. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, if you don't be rich like them celebrities have money and still get cheated on, and you done got stuffed and plucked like a motherfucking Build-A-Bear, and you find out that he dealing with somebody else. That shit hurts. Hey Neil, you know what I'm saying? That would really hurt me. So no,
but
can't be a good man
and I always
cheating.
tell people, like, if someone's cheating on you, it has nothing to do with you. That's a character defect in that person.
Major said that. She said it plays a part with your character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do feel like that. But I'm saying, like, if you have a good partner and they know how this is making you feel, then I wouldn't say that's a good partner. If someone is constantly making you feel like you have to question it.
That's not. I wouldn't think you wouldn't be a good man in my book, and you wouldn't be a good woman in my book either.
Right.
What else before we get out of here?
Before we get out of here, you wanted to talk about the taxes or something?
Oh yeah. So before we get out of here, you guys, because the night's not a whole hour. Before we get out of here, how do you guys feel about the stimulus check? Because I also posted that, some people picked in, but a lot of people don't like to talk about things that they can really, really relate to if they're in it. So I've been seeing a lot of people having issues with the fact that this stimulus check, they let other people claim their kids, and now that the stimulus check has come out, they feel like that they're supposed to get the stimulus money. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to split it with them. And then some people are saying, no, the deal was the tax return. Oh, you got to get it to tax return. If I choose to give you $250, if I choose to give you $450, I can do that. But there's nothing that says that I have to do that. Now, y'all know my answer. I feel like, hello, technically, it's all fucking illegal. You shouldn't be getting nobody else to claim your kids because things like this happen. We did not protect or foresee COVID coming to know that you was going to get some extra freaking money. But, I just want people to understand, like, people are not obligated to do it. People are not obligated to give you any money out of the stimulus check. I think it will be a good thing to do. But at the end of the day, it should just make you think. Think, claim your own kids, figure it out. I was told some people was like they do it to clear up debt or so that they could get more money back. All right, so guess what? You giving them your kid, now help them get out of debt, and now you want a piece of the pie. People always say, well, that's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. We're not talking about what the right thing to do is because we already know weddings, funerals, and money cause a whole lot of chaos. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, yeah. So what's your opinion on it? I had to give y'all my whole opinion.
I think we agree on this. I think that when your morals and values come in conflict, then you have to say, what does the law say? And the law says
the kid ain't yours.
The law says I'm not going to help you mitigate your damages if I'm not going to help you mitigate your damages on an illegal transaction. So your SOL, it's a contracts case. Basically, the contract said, I used to want to be a lawyer one time. The contract said, you're going to claim my kids for what, $500-$700, however much a kid go for nowadays? I don't know.
Oh my God, what do you mean how much a kid go for?
For your taxes.
That just sounded like an auction.
But we know what we're talking about. Like, I don't know. I know back in the day, I used to hear people's $500, $700. I don't know how much they go for now.
I couldn't tell you.
But however much they go for now, that's your agreement. That's your contract. That's it. If the contract doesn't say it, then it's your SOL.
Yes, David. He says hit that like button and share. So May said that she would give it to him, and she said she understands both sides. I definitely understand both sides, and I just wanted to give you guys a positive message before we get out of here. Claim your own kids, clear up your own shit, stop helping people out, because now we're getting stimulants, and they ain't giving you nothing. See you later.